Hello everyone, my name is Nikita. Today we are going to learn about mercantilism theory of international trade. This theory originated in the 16th century. According to this theory, the wealth of any nation is determined by the amount of gold and silver they have. Therefore, nation with more gold and silver is seen as a richer nation, and a nation with less gold and silver was seen as a poor nation. So the primary goal was to increase the wealth of the nation by acquiring more gold and silver. But the question is that how we can acquire more gold and silver. So according to the mercantilism theory, by doing more export, the nation can acquire gold and silver from other countries. Therefore, the goal was to maximize export and minimize imports. This theory was based on a zero-sum game, which means one country gets benefits at the expense of the other countries. Government can also play actively in this by giving subsidies to the company that exports, for example, tax concession or low-cost loans. On the other hand, the government can also discourage imports by imposing tariffs. So this is how mercantilism theory works. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Pooja and my topic of presentation is profit maximization. An assumption in classical economics is that firm seeks to maximize profit. Profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. Therefore, profit maximization occurs at the biggest gap between total revenue and total cost. A firm can maximize profit if it produces at an output where marginal revenue will be equal to marginal cost. This is the profit maximization graph. If the firm produces less than output of foil, MR is greater than MC. Therefore, for this extra output, the firm is gaining more revenue than it is paying in cost, and total profit will increase. At an output of 4, MR is only just greater than MC, therefore there is only a small increase in profit, but profit is still rising. However, after the output of 5, the marginal cost of the output is greater than the marginal revenue. This means the firm will see a fall in its profit level because the cost of this extra unit is greater than the revenue. Profit maximization for a monopoly. In this diagram, the monopoly maximizes profit where MR will be equal to MC at QM. This enables a firm to make supernormal profit, that is, the green shaded area. Note the firm could produce more and still make normal profit. But to maximize profit, it involves setting a higher price and lower quantity than a competitive market. So this is about profit maximization. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Rashin and today I am going to discuss about dominant firm pricing strategy. Dominant firm, they have significant market share and they have the ability to influence the market price and they are the price setter. They have lower cost of production than the fringe firms. Fringe firms, they have smaller market share and they have less market power than dominant firms. They are the price takers and the cost of production is higher than the dominant firm. Here we are taking OPEC, that is Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, as example of dominant firm, and America, Canada, China, which are non-OPEC oil producers, as fringe firms. These are the assumptions of the strategy. All firms produce homogeneous products. There is one large firm with lower production cost than other firms. All firms except the dominant firm are price takers. The dominant firm knows the market demand curve and can predict how much output the competitive fringe will produce. This is the graphical representation of dominant firm strategy. This is the demand curve. This is the supply curve. The demand curve and supply curve intersect at point L, that is market equilibrium. From this we can determine the optimum price, that is PF, and optimum quantity, that is QF, of the fringe firm. The cost of production is less for dominant firm than fringe firm. This is the demand curve of dominant firm, that is D dash. This is marginal cost curve. This is marginal revenue curve. Marginal revenue curve and marginal cost curve intersect at point E, from which we can determine the optimum price PD and optimum quantity QD of the dominant firm. When the dominant firm set the lower price, fringe firms have no other option than reducing the price. At this lower price, the fringe firms can only produce a or supply a lesser quantity. This makes an imbalance in the market equilibrium, resulting in excess demand. This excess demand can be met by dominant firms by producing more quantity than fringe firms at lower cost. This is average cost curve. Average cost curve intersect with quantity at point K. This gives the average cost of production at quantity QD. The total revenue of the dominant firm can be determined by price into quantity, that is PD into QD, which gives the blue shaded area. The total cost of the dominant firm can be determined by average cost into quantity, that is Kn into QD, which gives the yellow shaded area. The profit of the dominant firm can be determined by TR minus TC, which gives the red shaded area. This is the profit of dominant firm.
Good morning all, I am Sangeeta Prakash. I am from MFSC. My topic is low cost pricing. So what is low cost pricing? It is a pricing strategy used by the companies to sell their product or services at lower price than their competitors. This strategy helps to stimulate the demand and gain high market share. It is also used to gain price sensitive consumers. The firm can gain cost advantage by increasing their efficiency, taking advantage of economies of scale, or by getting the raw materials at lower cost. There is an example which is fashion industry. The manufacturing of the clothes usually take place at low cost in countries with lower labor costs such as China and Bangladesh, then sell them at lower price than their competitors. There is another example is domestic airlines which offer tickets at very low price to acquire customers and first time flyers. This made by adding frequent sectors in the routes and offering no frill flying experience and more seating. They also use economies of scales to reduce their production cost and often use cheaper material to keep their prices low. Several ways company can implement this low cost pricing like cost leadership, economy pricing, penetration pricing, discount pricing, etc. And there are some factors which help low cost pricing. They are access to capital to make significant investment, efficient in production systems, expertise to improve the manufacturing process, acquire raw materials at lower cost, low labor cost, and then ability to outsource. So this may finally result quality issues, price wars, cost escalation, brand perception, etc. And that's all my topic. Thank you.